Good morning. I'm here on behalf of Solar Panel Incorporated to talk to you at Samsung about the possible alliance with mutual benefits in order for both of us to have a future which we can both be looking forward to. We at Solar Panel Incorporated are based in America, however we send our products offshore to be purchased from anywhere on the globe. We are specialized in solar panels, which are both single and multi-level panels. As of 2015, our capacity is at 250 million panels a year, and as you can imagine, we are a massive solar panel organization in the industry. However, we believe that in order for us to be one of the best, we need to look horizontally and integrate with other organizations which work around batteries in order for us to have a more sustainable future. You're probably wondering the importance of this potential alliance. Well, to begin, you need to look at your competitors, and you can see straight away that other big players are shifting towards alliances. For example, Panasonic and their alliance with Tesla. Their long-term alliance has been beneficial for both parties. This is evident with the plans of a $5 billion factory. I believe their strong relationship really assisted with the creation of the factory and for creating shareholder wealth. I believe that another important factor is that we are both in the innovative industries, and in that regard, I strongly believe that two heads are much better than one, as we are able to share ideas and really get behind each other. Another important factor is finance. The capital costs to build a factory which produces batteries is enormous. This is normally a big issue. However, with an alliance, we can mitigate the issues and we can help Samsung's finances and assist in paying for some of the factory costs. We are a multi-billion-dollar company. Based on our market capitalization, we are willing to help build a new battery factory and then allow for you at Samsung to handle and run everything that goes on inside the factory. This is something that I'm sure you'll be happy with. What we want to ask for in return is first dibs to your products and purchase those batteries at wholesale value or at a competitive rate. Once we have purchased the amount of batteries we need at the point in time, then we are more than happy to let you supply to other companies until we need some more batteries. Looking at our finances, we at Solar Panel Incorporated are able and are willing to assist you in paying for around 30 to 40% of factory construction. As it is still extremely early days, we have come up with a few different scenarios which we can do to assist each other. However, we strongly believe that this is the greatest way to move forward for both parties. So how do we plan this alliance out? To begin, we would look to raise capital through debt auction. Once the capital has been raised, we would then need to hunt for a location for the factory. This stage of planning could potentially take a decent duration, as we would begin negotiating with different states to see what they are able to offer us in return for a factory that will supply the state with plenty of jobs. These negotiations could go back and forth, and once we are finally happy with the benefits that we are given, such as tax incentives, we would confirm the location and then move on to the next stage. We would begin building the factory as soon as possible, as there are still first mover opportunities in the industry. Once the building is up and running, as mentioned prior, you at Samsung will begin running the factory and producing products. Once the batteries are beginning to be manufactured, we would again have first dibs until we at Solar Panel are happy with the sufficient amount of batteries we have been given, and you can sell the products to whoever you want. As it needs to be noted that once the factory is built, we at Solar Panel Incorporated will still be assisting you at Samsung, even though we are leaving the factory entirely up to you. We will still have close eyes on the factory and your company as a whole. We would also actively be looking for new ways for both firms to leverage off each other and their resources to look for business opportunities in the future. In order to remain competitive long term, we will look at the possibility of helping fund some of your R&D budget to help both of us. So what are the positives that can come out of this alliance? To begin, we would each be able to utilize each other's specialties. For us, it allows for us to not have a massive battery knowledge, as we can outsource to you. For you, it isn't a knowledge benefit, but rather a financial benefit, as you know you will constantly have buyers for the future. To create this alliance, it wouldn't cost too much. However, the alliance would save both parties funds in the future. Economies of scale is a big cost of batteries, and we are unable to afford a massive production factory. However, with this alliance, we can both be able to place funds into the factory and then mutually reap the benefits once it's all been complete. The entire process of building a factory and producing batteries would be much faster with the two companies together, as you at Samsung are familiar with the processes and regulations of all of this. The final positive I'll mention is risk management. We would be able to mitigate any risks or incidences which have occurred or has the potential to become an issue. Of course, negatives comes with positives. One negative is that we are locked into an alliance for a long period of time. This results in limited flexibility as we would continue to purchase solely off Samsung. There is potential for there to be fallout due to both parties if there are weak relationships or bad communication. We don't have full control over development as we have outsourced. This means that we at Solar Panel Inc. don't really have much of a say once the factory's been complete. And as there is a large initial outlay, it would lock up a lot of our capital. Finally, we would become dependent on each other. This means there could be serious implications if one of the parties does something which could damage the alliance. To mitigate this, there needs to be a contract, or at least the agreement in writing. So thank you for listening to me this morning. I hope you at Samsung listened to all the great points that were made, or all the points that were made, and agree with us at Solar Panel Incorporated. This is a great option for both of us. Cheers.